Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 174th Master Raid, the Gundam Astrea Type F or Type F2 full weapon set. This is a P Bandai kit. I've always liked the Astrea. The Astrea no-grade kit was one of my all-time favorite kits, at least in the no-grade line, and decided I want a Master Grade. So let's have a look. Head, great molding. I did the F2 this time. There's a F and there's an F2 Astrea. Minor changes. The only major one here on the head is a different V-fin. The mask is optional. They call it a sensor mask. I guess they increase the Gundam sensors. What it really does is make the Gundam look cooler. Has a GN drive. Does not come with LEDs. That's a separate purchase. Need a couple of them, but it looks really good lit up. You get the cables, the clear rubber cables. It just looks really, really nice and Master Grade. My only real complaint with the no-grade Astrea was kind of bulky and looked big and didn't look sleek enough. This fixes that. But altogether, I'm not going to go through it all because basically I did the F2, which means the legs and the arms are basically the Axea, just color swap. That's really all they are. The F2 just adds attachments onto the arms and the shoulders for guns and weapons and stuff. I think the F is actually the better of the two, but I've already done the F in terms of the no grade you see here. That has the attachments on the arms and the legs. You don't see what I mean. The shoulders seem too big. The head seems too small. It's just proportions are a little off on the no grade. It looks big and a little bulky and doesn't quite look perfectly right. Master Grade, nope. Sleek, sexy, good. Looks like a sports car. Accessories, they are much better than the no grade, so not surprising. They are given much more detail and much more look in the most part. These weapons, you can see the insides. It's got more stuff going on. Just looks better details. Certain things like the shields are just wholesale copies, but the shields on the XA kits are pretty simple. You know, get them all decaled up. Water slide decals. All P Bandai comes water slide. The decals are nice. Nothing to write home about. Some pinstriping, mostly just warning labels. And the weapons. Yeah. 2 shields, 2 GN swords, beam saber blades, guns, mini swords, rocket launchers, bazookas. I mean, when they say full weapon set, they're not kidding. They've got all the weapons. We're going to go through them all here in a second. And it's just like, it took me longer to build all the weapons than it did to build the actual Gundam. And they all have water slide decals too. Mostly warning labels. There's some pinstriping and accent decals, but for the most part, warning labels. But yeah, we got a lot of accessories. GN sword from the Axea, other GN swords from the Axea. I'm not going to talk about them. If you want to learn about them, I've done plenty of other extra reviews. These are the exact same thing, just color swap. Let's talk about new stuff. Beam sabers. Yeah, I've seen them before. Okay. First, beam rifle. Nice beam rifle. Hooks into the hand just fine. It has this attachment into the forearm, which does nothing. It doesn't help. I don't know why it's there. Maybe to look cool. But the attachment to the forearm is, yeah, non-functional. Does have a little plug you can hook in with this thing that hooks onto the side of the Gundam. That little disc on the side pops out. You can hook that on. The gun will fit on there. The GN hammer will too. A couple of handguns. Looks nice. I like that look. It comes with these little cases where the guns can pop out of. You know what to attach them on this version, only on the F. But like I said, I already had a no-grade F, so I did the F2. But you can still use them. Shield, again, I like the decals. I like the Frechette logo as opposed to Celestial Being. This ain't a Celestial Being suit. The other shield, like I said, nothing fancy here. You've seen it before. Bazooka. I like the bazooka. I really do. It's a unique design. I like it. It's not too heavy. It holds it well. I don't end up using it. Mini GN sword, this kind of stinks. It doesn't attach to the arm very well. It will hold it, but not very well. I will say that the gray they've used this time around is a much better gray. Most of the time I have to repaint the Axea blades But this had a little bit more gloss on it and looked a little more silvery than gray, so good job. Rocket launcher and beam bazooka, mini GN bazooka, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's the prototype that the Virtue ends up using. And a Gundam hammer with beam spikes. I don't know, whatever. Comes with the cable. The cable can be bent. The handle can be taken off the cable and attached directly to the hammer for storage. And this same clip can be used to hook it onto the side. Well, I'll show you that in a bit. The problem I have here is when you get them in the air, the XE attachment sucked. Doesn't improve for this. So when you start moving around, you have to constantly readjust him or reconnect him to the action base. It's not an end of deal breaker, but it does make things complicated. You got to detach one of the fins and hook in the bazooka. You can see the gun attached to the side. Pretty good for a kit with no side skirts. Beam saber in the other hand holds it up just fine. That's a neat look. The bazooka, like I said, looks really good. I was tempted to use this. One weird thing, the bazooka can extend, and when you do so, it makes it harder to pose with. It's like, why did they put that in there? It doesn't help. It makes it worse. Whatever. Like I said, it'll hold the gun just fine, but that attachment of the forearm is there for show. There you see the Gundam hammer attached to the side. And yeah, I mean, that looks nice. It looks nice. Like I said, you're going to attach him back to that action base a lot. Holding the two handguns, pulling a Strike Noir on us, but still looks nice. This is how I'm going to have him posed in my collection. I just like that big bazooka. I don't think this thing can hold this thing on the ground. You have to get it in the air, but the downside is it's not a great attachment, so you got to keep him hooked in. So you got to find that right balance and then not touch it. As soon as you start touching it, things start going wonky. See, I got to kind of lean back a little. You have to find the right balance on these XE kits, or in this case, Astrea kit. Final thoughts on this kit. This kit is better than the no grade. It should be. But I'm going to say, if you have the no grade already, you don't have to buy this. If you don't have one and you want Astrea, get this over the no grade. Quite frankly, it's better, and the no grade is so hard to find these days, it probably costs as much as this kit does anyways. And this is better all around. I already had an F, so I made the F2. Personal preference, I think you get more use out of the F, but I just did it so I can have two different suits. But overall, thumbs up, good kit. I enjoyed it. Great accessories in this kit, and lots of them. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please ask them. I will answer them as best I can. Please stay tuned for more. I always got more reviews coming. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. Life's been complicated. It took me a long time to build this thing. Just stuff. People asking about the MGEX Strike Freedom. Yes, I'm building it. Yes, I'm reviewing it whenever the thing shows up. There is a big shortage of those things out there. Used a new microphone for this review. Let me know what you think. Better than usual, worse than usual, about the same. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you next time. Oh, and one more thing. Happy New Year, everyone. From me and Zaku No. His name is Charlie. Charlie. What do you think? Not amused.